This form of illegal gambling was accepted in black communities as an alternative economic system. Black gangs did reasonably well until Italian mobsters found out how well they were doing. Then the Italian mobsters moved the blacks out. Now, playing the numbers has gone legit or mainstream. Today, it's called the lottery, and blacks spend heavily to purchase lottery tickets. Now, instead of the mob operating an alternative income system in black communities, it is state governments that siphon those dollars from black citizens into state coffers. Although blacks are heavy lottery players, they do not control the game's employment or the revenue flow. Blacks' lack of political and economic cohesiveness and muscle has always left them vulnerable to takeovers by others. Ethnic control of criminal activities produced more than mere economic impact. It gave them greater control over their culture, employment opportunities, political clout, as well as social mobility and acceptance. There was an aura of acceptance for the Irish, Jews, and Italians when they participated in organized crime. The gang communities created economic and political opportunities. The communities accepted them as and their gifts. This leads to something that is really important for you to understand. If you go into business, I'll explain it like this. I was watching this this poor girl on TikTok. She looked like she was in her 20s and she was very sad. And the reason she was sad is because her business, she started a business making pimple patches. She made these pimple patches and they were nice. She had different colors of pimple patches, and apparently people were buying these pimple patches. And the reason she was sad is because for whatever reason she was being sued by a business that was, giving her the business and forcing her out of business. And she was very sad because she didn't know what to do. She didn't have money for lawyers, and they were just putting that pressure on. A lot of times, somebody just suing you can put you out of business even if you did nothing wrong. So I thought about this as I thought about today's class. And one of the things I have to tell you, and I hate to say it like this, but I need you to understand this, and I need you to really write this down and just make sure that you get this in your in through your head, please. Business is warfare. Business is warfare. And if you ever have anything that is worth having, if you create something that is valuable, there is a very good chance somebody's going to come along and see what you got, and they're going to come and try to take it. And that's not just true in business. If you got a real good man, you better treat him right because somebody else is trying to get that man too. If you got, if you have some money in the bank, somebody's definitely going to try to trick you out of that money. And one of the aspects of wealth protection that doesn't get discussed enough is is how do you fight to make sure you defend what you have? There is no country in the history of this planet that has ever had freedom and wealth and not had to defend that freedom and that wealth. So when you talk about Black Wall Street and you speak of it as a victim and you talk about it as if you are scared to death that they're going to come and take it from you, and every time we build something, they're going to come beat us up and take it, then that's a very defeatist attitude that probably means that you shouldn't be a wealth builder. You should probably just go get along with white people and hope that they don't decide to beat you in your ass because that's all you got. At that point, that's all you got. Because what you're doing is you're surrendering to this idea that if they decide to take something from you, you're just going to have to give it up and then go start over somewhere else. Or you could take another approach where you are thinking very defensively about everything that you build. You're thinking in terms of having the plan A, the plan B, the plan C, the plan D, the plan E, all the contingencies in place. This is just generally true in business. Things like diversification that people don't talk about. They don't think about this.